Alright, YouTube, we're back. We just left off hitting level 59. We got some gear going. I think we're about to head over to Angora. Let's pick back up and see where we're at. Actually, I do know where we're headed next. So we are kind of heading up towards Angora, but it is nighttime, so we're actually going to go farm pristine hide. This is something I learned relatively recently about the fastest way to do this, and it's just werewolves. For some reason I had been avoiding them in some of my earlier runs, but werewolves are cracked in terms of just straight up raw amounts of pristine hide. They're fairly easy to kill at like this level. If you're wanting to wait a little bit longer, you can for more gear score, but anywhere around 54 to 60 is plenty, I think, to kill enough werewolves, because each one in a 2x server drops you 240 hide, and you only need, I think it's a little over 1,000 for a full set of dawnthorne. I think I farm around like 15 to 1600 here, which is probably a bit excessive, but you need pristine hide for a couple other things as well. But something I do is also I'll run around to the back here. This is especially important when you don't have a dominated horse, as this is a good spot to hide your horse in. You come through the back side and you just break down this wall, and then you kill them that way. Draws less attention from the main road in case people are running by, but yeah, pretty much just kill some creatures. I take it home immediately afterwards. You can, if you feel bold, go straight to Angora, or if you're on like a solo playthrough, you don't have to obviously go home. It's just I am nervous about people trying to fight me and taking all my pristine hide. Especially being late to a server when everyone's level 84, the less I'm risking in my inventory normally the better. I don't mind risking some, but an entirety of pristine is just not worth it. I don't think doing that was worth it at all. The loss of gear level from going from 59 to 56 I don't think is enough to make the spear worth it, even though the spear does do bonus to creatures, which is why I did it in the first place. I swapped back, I think, after that one, because it just doesn't feel as good. Spear has slightly more range than the greatsword, but not as much as you'd think. So I don't see it as particularly worth to use the spear. It also can't hit multiple targets like that, where it's like swinging in a big arc. If they're right next to each other, you can poke through, but the actual like swinging wide, spear definitely loses out to the greatsword on. I use greatsword E to iframe their bite sometimes. Just they do heal. It's pretty annoying. I'm not the best at killing these guys. This is relatively new strat for me, so thankfully we have some brute blood and we can just heal through everything. It's not super ideal, but it is what it is. Also, I should have a dust collar on me, but as you can see, it is not in my inventory. It got auto like compulsive sorted back into my chest and forgot to grab it back out, which sucks. But it's fine. You can, if it's during the daytime, collect one of these, the humans here, as during the day, and then during the night you can harvest the creature blood, and that'll give you actually access to creature blood in your castle, which creature blood is, I think, kind of slept on. It has really good move speed, DR, HP regen, sunres. Like it's pretty nice for what it is. It's not obviously the best, but it is something worth considering if you see like a 91 here and it's like kind of close to the daytime. You can't do it during the night, like you can't capture them, but during the day you can. See, there's a book over here. I'm like, someone just killed this boss like recently, and I don't know, but it's just a Merc Hall of Fame piece, so I didn't really need it, but it is pages, so I'm not too worried about it. The boss is dead, so I'm kind of like a little nervous now, like, oh shit, was someone like just here? Did I just miss them, or what happened? Oh, I ended up just dropping it instead of taking it home and devouring, but I probably should have just devoured. It's fairly irrelevant for short runs like this where I'm just playing for a couple hours, but if I am actually trying to complete like get a full research thing, having just more pages is obviously just good. Looting these houses and breaking breakables is also very good here. They give reinforced planks and cloth and just other, you know, useful things, gem dust, fish, etc., etc. So very worth farming around here and checking chests and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that was it. That's the entirety of the pristine hide farm that we'll need to do. It's ridiculously fast for what it is. So I was literally cursed forest farming bears, wolves, and lurkers before, and I can't even begin to say how much I don't recommend that. It is awful. The downside, werewolves can get packed early on. A lot of people know about them, so they like to farm them. So try to get there early and often when you can. Something that you can do is if you know you're in a day cycle and it's about to turn night, that's a really good time to go because a lot of people aren't going to be there during the day farming it. So if you can get there as it's transitioning from day to night, you're most likely to find them. You're gonna find the spot open more often than not because of the fact that people can't be farming it. Still need some passive iron, so while I see these nodes like this, I just hop off and grab them real fast. It's fairly quick. I'm not sure if mace is probably better here, realistically, but greatsword does stupid work with blood rage. It goes pretty fast. Just does so much damage. As a backup here, if I needed like to get a 2-piece and I just didn't get any books, using human form with silver and going and buying a 2-piece book is pretty worthwhile. Either that or instead of a 2-piece, just get the necklace upgrade based on whatever gems you have and whatever books are in there. Also very worthwhile. So sing home, drop off the hide, and then I think from there it's on to Angora maybe? Either that or I go mutant grease. I can't remember which one I do first. It's all kind of the same general idea of how to farm. It's just those 3 steps for dawnthorne, right? You just need mutant grease, you need pristine hide, and you need to kill Angora. So no matter what you do, you're going to be doing something like that. I do like having 4 furnaces. It's really easy to split. Having odd numbers like 6 or 5 or 7 gets kind of awkward because you're splitting into weird numbers. But having 4 is nice because you just split each stack 2 times and then you're just chilling. So yeah, I end up with like almost 1900 pristine hide. I'm like, geez, that's a lot. Again, I'm playing as if my stuff is ever going to be taken, so I put everything that I can prioritize possibly into my vamp chest at all times. But that said, I could just throw it in the tannery and forget about it since there is no raiding until Saturday anyway, so it's probably a waste of time to do what I was just doing, but it's pretty minimal. Blue legendaries, if you're not aware, are pretty much worthless to ever craft. They take way too many resources, time, and effort to get for the singular eye level that they give you. On top of that, yeah, so I do actually grab my dust collar. Haha, surely I'll keep it in my inventory this time and not mess it up. Foreshadowing. Anyway, the blue legendaries just aren't worth it, is what I'm trying to say. Because as soon as you get to Dark Silver, you're gonna want to upgrade it anyway, because it's an extra, I think, 2 or 3 eye levels above that legendary, and you're already so close to Dark Silver anyway when you're at this point. So unfortunately, the blue just isn't really worth making. I am really happy to actually see the storage lockers there. That is like basically the only thing I care about or want from that in this kind of run. Getting bigger storage is so nice to have. Like, other than obviously the merc weapons and books and whatever that the armor pieces from earlier. Yeah, I slapped this guy down, and then I kind of moved my vamp box over here as well. This is like kind of my new section for pretty much everything else that I'm going to need for the rest of the run. So I just use this big chest in my vamp box, because the vamp box is where I'm going to put all my fully refined materials, right? So if I have dark silver, if I have gold, if I have radium, like that stuff's all just going to go in there. Everything else I can just throw in that big chest and then kind of forget about it. Which I don't quite do perfectly, but I'm trying to get better about organization and stash stuff while I'm going through my run at the same time. So right now we are kind of like wasting a lot of time. We should be moving and going and getting mutant grease and angora, so things can at least be cooking while I'm sitting around wasting time, or like not, so I'm not wasting time just sitting around. This is definitely some inefficiencies in my own run that need to be cleaned up, but overall I'm still very happy with the time that I ended up with. And I was like, at this point I was still kind of on the fence whether or not I'd play post 74 in the winged horror kill, but so some of the things I do, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm setting this up for like going into late game and going and pushing Silverlight and stuff like that, but it's not, you know, it's nothing crazy. Alright, do I have all my weapons? Do I have everything I need? I feel pretty comfortable. I do need to kill Krieg because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go kill Angora now. But to kill Angora, I want my Unholy Shield, my Unholy Barrier. It's just such a strong PvE spell. Yeah, you'll see its effectiveness when I get to Angora. It's pretty cracked. I could go AFK here for a second. Sure what I'm doing. Okay, we're back. That's probably a silly thing to do. If I'm going to go AFK, I should do it before I teleport, not afterwards. You also notice that I'm pretty sure I don't have a Dusk Collar in my inventory anymore. I am almost certain that my infinite wisdom decided to sort it back in again. I like just hitting Bane, like seeing if I could find him, how many times I can find him in a run, just randomly. I won't go out of my way to do it, right? But if I'm walking past a human, it's just kind of funny. This shot is crazy. I don't even know. I still, like, looking at it and watching it, I still don't actually know what hit me. But it's whatever. Run through. I see Krieg and Meredith are literally fighting, which is actually just perfectly ideal. This doesn't always happen. It's pretty lucky to have them show up like this. It is still worth killing both of them individually. Because you need it for Azariel, you need it for Angora, like you need both of them. So Meredith is like by far the most annoying one, so she's the one I prioritize. Krieg will also just win in a fight against her, but I almost get, that thing almost gets knocked back into me, which would have been wild. Meredith's stun's obnoxious. We suck here, and this clears out ads, and then it'll also do some damage to Krieg. It's a nice little chunk, so worth doing. Immediately charge in, summon more ads, because I'm an idiot. Get Merc Iron Pistols. It's kind of a useless thing for me at this point. I pretty much don't care about pistols until Dark Silver. They're very, very strong. The EI frame on them is so good. Like PvP, PvE, it doesn't matter. Pistols are insane. Which is why I was hoping to get that free one from, like the free Jade kill from Bane early on. Because I would have made it if it was that early. But once we're at this point now, it just kind of feels useless. I don't use Bone Explosion or Bats, so I drop both of those. You can keep them and just devour them if you're caring about jewels later on in life. Aftershock, also useless. Topaz, decent. But another gem. There's another Blood Rage one. I prefer the movement speed and shield, so I just drop the one that I get. Yeah, it's not really an upgrade. As of right now, I'm thinking about I'm gonna go back home, but I'm pretty sure I end up not doing that. Pretty sure I drop everything that's not teleportable and then just head to Angora. I'm trying to decide where the hell to go, whether I go home, whether or not. So I think at this point I've decided, no, we're just gonna go to Angora. So I drop everything that I don't need, that can't be teleported. Which is stupid, because I don't have a waypoint anyway. So I could have just kept all this stuff, but it's fine. I figured that out here in about 5 seconds. I'm like, wait a second. I don't have a waypoint anyway. I could have kept all that stuff, but oh well. It is what it is. Saddle is so fast. I mean, near to max speed now, like 11.8. The only things you can, I mean, not max speed, but you can definitely get, yeah, I find a 92 warrior, and I'm like, holy shit, that's sick. Yeah, so glad I have a dust collar on me for this. I do not, in fact, have a dust collar on me, even though I have 5 at home, made and ready to go for this exact situation. I decided to kill this path first because it's going to patrol through anyway, and I don't really want the fire to and the bombers to have a chance to kill the guy I'm looking for. So clear that out. Another reason why I would have had to go home anyway and didn't need to actually drop the stuff that I thought to do. I should have eaten that guy immediately so he's not torching everywhere. I don't know why I didn't. I was trying to just clip the brute here. It's scary to try to kill off another mob with that counter there was actually really scary because it knocks him back into the fire. I was a little worried here that he was gonna die, but thankfully he doesn't. I don't think he can teleport with the human. I actually don't know. I probably should have checked. But I just assume I can, so I just go waypoint or go to the cave. I don't actually know if you can or not. Leave a comment if I can, in fact. That'd be great. Let me know. But yeah, 92 warriors, insane. It's not obviously 100 or anything like that, but having a consistent source of warrior blood of high quality is, you'll see the difference it makes in this run. It goes so hard. The damage you output and the amount of like weapon abilities you get to cast that are just like significantly more because of the cooldown is so much damage. Also, you have DR. So you're tankier. It's all very good all around. Very good blood. Very broken. 10 out of 10. So unfortunately, because of that though, I do need to go kill the glass chick now, which is fine. It's super worth the time investment. So I get out my fat gobies to heal him because I don't feel like using rats, and he's super low health anyway. So it's like, why not? Like, alright, let's go get the glass done now. So Angora keeps getting postponed, but it's fine. This is a very good reason to postpone Angora. Again, I was home, and I should have picked up my dust collar, just in case that I happen to run into something else while I'm out and about. But I keep forgetting to do so. But that said, I also didn't have another prison cell already made, so whenever I get something into a prison cell, that's when I make the next one normally. I try to make a habit of like, okay, I have one open always, and then I have my one dust collar on me always. But I'm clearly not very good at maintaining that habit yet, but it is something I'm trying to add in my game. One of the last runs I did, I ended up finding like I found 99 rogue, 99 warrior, which I irradiant grueled into 100, and then I also found it a 100 scholar, just natty. It was just a pyro that was in Gloomrot, so it's pretty important to have open space just in case you find stuff. But that was a run prior. That was not this run, unfortunately. This fight's pretty easy. Just kind of weird. Like most of her attacks, you can't like barrier or block. It's just swing the sword until she dies. See, I tried to counter it. It doesn't work. Because I tried to barrier last run, the barrier didn't work. I was like, oh, maybe Blood Red will do something. Nope. The dash is just not blockable. So just circle around, swing. She has a counter here, so if you kind of pay attention to that, you can get around behind her. You pretty much don't need to kill this boss until you, well, I guess until you have blood in a prison, right? So I wouldn't worry about coming here like at level or anything like that. Just do it when you need it. Clear out the quartz one time and you'll have enough glass for like a hot second. You do need glass for canisters later as well, but and here we find a 89 worker that I haven't noticed yet, but now I have. I was like, wait a minute, that thing has an 89 worker blood. I should capture that. I never end up actually using it in this run, but I do end up capturing this guy, and it was a complete waste of time. I don't think I'd do this again. Unless it's 90 plus, it's probably not worth keeping, because I don't know when I'd really care about getting that done. Not having counter for Fire Archer, pretty annoying. I'm a little worried that the Fire Archer, like, he's gonna walk through the flames. I don't even know what can kill and what can't kill your guys when they're following you like this, but I'm pretty sure flame, like ground effects like that can. Because I know they can't hit it, but I think the ground effect still could do damage. But Pat's dead, so farm quartz, get out of here. I don't know exactly how much quartz I need or want. I kind of do one loop here in the mine and then call good. That normally serves me plenty for now, and then if I ever need more, I just come back. There's no real like number that I'm searching for or something like that. I see that glass in the corner and I'm like, I should go grab that, and I'm like, I'll just grab this stuff and then I'll go. I'm like, well, maybe I'll go grab it, and then I go grab it instead of taking my horse down there. But I end up getting like 6 glass out of it, so it's actually pretty fine. Like it's a good amount of glass. I was like, damn, it's actually pretty nice. So I do a few more breakables, grab the unsullieds. Now we get out of here. Just gonna do some stuff for movement speed. Slasher E gives movement speed. Greatsword covers a shitload of ground while you're just walking. It's not as fast as wolf forming everywhere, but when I'm got a dude following me, then it feels worth to do. So I have to go back home, and I pre-split my quartz stacks to get them all in my furnace. Yeah, this is a little bit of a waste of time here on the worker guy, but it's fine. We need the blood anyway, so we were gonna do that. It's not the worst thing ever. I thought there was a gap there for some reason, but I'm just jumping at a wall for no reason. Or people upset over people being in Silverlight camping. The classic. It's starting to get late at this point in this run, so I am starting to get a little tired. So, is what it is. I slowed down a little bit. kind of lose my progression mind. Alright, I need iron, I need to put the quartz in. Looking for my planks. I'm pretty sure they're over in the other chest. Like in my vamp chest, it's over here. I forgot that I had switched to this. Yep. Make my prison. My second one, drop the homie off. Again, I don't really know why I picked him up even in the first place. Really probably didn't need to, but what do you do? Something I should be doing probably right about now, like since I'm about to head out to Angora, is making some scourge stones with all the whetstones that I have in my grave dust. It's not going to be a huge amount, and I can't grind bones into grave dust since I didn't kill the gore swine. But we get to a point where it's like, man, just like 10 more scourge stones would be really nice anyway, just to have. And that's probably about how many I would get out of my leftover whetstones from just like gathering stuff, so that's something I should be thinking about in the future. Because you do get passive like grave dust, and you get passive scourge stone or whetstones, so there's no reason to not just like turn it into something useful. Get my glass bottles. Can't make blood merlots yet, which kind of sucks, but what do you do? Try to make the blood last is kind of all I'm thinking about it right now. Like, surely I have rats, so I don't have to use fat gobies on, like, these guys. I find my rats. Toss them in, feed 2. And then I think we're now finally on our way to Angora. Finally. I can take a small break here. Sure. Go back a little bit here. I decided to go ahead and spend my copper. Anytime I'm going into tier 3 zones, I like to be buffed. And especially since I just got blood, I really don't want to die. So finding ferocities, finding enchanteds. Also looking for silver res brews. Potions? Yeah, potions. No, I don't remember what they're called, but the smallest silver res potions. It doubles your carry capacity from the initial cloak for silver, which is really useful when you want to go do silver mine shenanigans. So having just one for like literally one carry, because then you get instead of having 400 to carry back, you can get 800. I'm like debating picking up flowers and stuff and growing them. It might be worth it in a long-term server if you try to play more. For my run and my purposes though, it's definitely just not worth it. So popped an enchanted brew. I have a bunch now. We're hoping to find a ferocity at the other market. We didn't buy anything that's non-teleportable, which is nice, so we can just jump over. Again, another reason why it's just so nice to just flick through and grab both of these. I mean to check like what level that guy is, because if he has decent gear on him, it might actually be worth just killing the frail dead body. The gear stuff that drops can sometimes be some nice mats, but I can't be bothered to take the time to do it right now, so I just go on. Find ferocities, love that. Pick up the rest of the enchanted brews too. I'm like, you know what? Let's grab all of them and let's grab some sun brews. Burn through our coins pretty much. Pop a sun brew, pop a ferocity. Probably didn't need a sun brew since like it's as early into the night as possible pretty much, but it is what it is. Again, I like just being buffed. So we're gonna go home, we're gonna drop that stuff off, and then, and I think now almost an hour, like, oh my god, it's been like 40 minutes almost, I think, of prepping for Angora, where I could have like killed Angora at this point, but it's fine. I think we'll finally head off to Angora now. Again, getting warrior blood, super worth it, like, will save time overall in this run. Like, it's just so strong. Like, I do so much damage. Being buffed, also very, very good. Still don't have a dust collar on me, even though I really should. But now at this point, I have the blood that I kind of want anyway. But it's like, you know, you run into a 100 warrior, you know, you wish you had it. You wish you had an open prison, but it's alright. Habits to fix in the future. So mark in the cave there, because that's the entrance. And yeah, we're just running. We're off. Something to talk about when running. If you see somebody running past you on a horse, swing. I know it sounds rude or it sounds like whatever, you're going to start some beef. It's not about that. It's like if you get knocked off your horse, you are in significantly worse of a position. Whereas if you knock someone off your horse, you can just run past them and ignore them, right? So it's just something to keep in mind of like, okay, if I see someone, instantly swing. That's why I'm always keeping out my greatsword. It's the longest, like, or it has the most like swing reach. I think it's pretty even to spear, so either one would probably be fine. The rest are all a little bit smaller. So yeah, again, if you see something, just swing. Is something that I'm trying to, again, also add into my thing. Again, it's not about I'm trying to knock someone off their horse to kill them. It's about protecting yourself and not getting knocked off your own horse. Because getting knocked is pretty much just like the worst thing ever. For instance, that guy, I should have swung. And instead, I just didn't. I don't think either of us really like reacted in time to think about it. But I remembered that coming up. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. But because, like, also there, I could have gone for the kill on that guy. He was half health. I think he was, like, 62 maybe. And he was coming out of the Cursed Forest. Like, who knows how much stuff he had on him. That's probably worth going for. I mean, I have the weapons I need for killing. I have Blood Rage. I can run him down. I could have put on... I don't have Chaos Dash yet, actually. So, I mean, you know, whatever. He could get away for sure, but it might have been worth trying. Again, I'm risking, like, literally nothing. I'm fully buffed. Giga blood, like, it was probably worth the attempt. You can just, since I have my dominated horse here, I don't mind bringing it all the way up here. Otherwise, what I'll do is instead of like walking all the way up into Angora's area, I will, that little staircase on the right hand side, I will tuck it in there, and then I will clear out the area down below, and then I'll come to Angora instead. I ended up not making my Reaper, which is kind of silly because Reaper goes so hard here, since most of the time you're just not in melee. But I'm feeling really strong. I'm level 59 or 58 with Warrior Blood, full buffs. I don't mind being in melee and hitting down Angora a bit here. Normally I would say stand in the outside, just use your shield, use a spell that does damage. But for this one, I'm feeling pretty bold at this point. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this fight, especially at this level. I don't mind taking some damage. Oh my god, I need my different ulti. Let's go ahead and use it. Kill off that guy. Clearing ads when you can is definitely always worth it in almost every single fight. Unless the boss is like, I don't know, sub 25%, then maybe you can just leave it, but otherwise, just do damage. Or like, kill off the ads. It'll make your life so much easier. But I mean, look at how much damage these just swings are doing. Like, just 30, 40 chunks every time. Just bam, bam, bam. And then with the ferocity, my attack speed's increased. Then I get Blood Rage on top of that, also increased my attack speed. It goes so hard, and full health still, just because, I mean, passive healing from Blood Rage and Blood Dash. I used that shield a little early there, just a little bit of a mistake. You really want to wait until Angora has already started firing to lift up your shield for the Unholy. So like here, I wait until that last projectile is almost at me, and when you do that, you have the full channel time to be able to block every single projectile. So if you're having troubles, that's something to think about. I kind of get in a pickle here, so I kind of try to like E my way out, Q my way out, but she's just constantly summoning ads. I've not seen her summon this many, so I'm actually a little concerned that someone else is here. So I think that like, oh, is it scaled or something? Like, is there someone else who's in the room with me? I don't know. But nah, I think it's just I've just done a lot of damage and just cycled her in such a way where it's like she's just doing or summoning a shitload of mobs. So I get kind of low here because, again, I'm just kind of trolling. I'm like, alright, whatever, let's just kill her. Yeah, she summons more ads. It's just actually crazy. I'm like, am I gonna die to this fight? Like, I've killed this fight at like level 50, so I was like, alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Something else I should do is bring my salves with me everywhere, at least half of them at all times, because, again, I don't really want to waste blood, like especially when now that I have good blood on healing, feels really bad. But it's whatever. Alright, Angora dead. We get some silkworms from it. I guess I did bring cells. Alright, good for me. I actually did that for once. Half the time I forget. So now it's mutant grease farm time, which is pretty annoying. However, this server, we have some weirdness happen with it. Which kind of works in a fresh server as well, but it's not going to be anywhere close to as much as what happens here. Basically, people have been going through Gloomrot and whatnot, and I don't even know when the server has been reset last. You'll start seeing a lot of FPS drop and like frame rate just tanks. It's because there's so much shit on the ground and so many mobs that have spawned and just died in the same areas without the server being reset. It can get kind of rough. Something nice about Blood Hunger too is if you're searching for mobs to kill, like it'll help you see them even like if you can't technically see them like past rocks and stuff. It makes it a lot more obvious if you don't like catch it. So I kind of use them when I'm hunting for mutants like this. So normally I just run around, I find mutants and I just kill them for the grease. I need around 1300 mutant grease for everything. A little more is never a bad thing because you need it for all your silkworms too that you're gonna make, because it's silkworm, your fishbone, and your mutant grease is what summons the spiderlings. So now we start getting this frame rate drop area where it's just like, oh my god, there's so much stuff on the ground. I'm like, alright, well that's cool. Surely that won't happen again. I missed some back there. And then, yeah, it happens again. And look at this. This is ridiculous. There's just so much dead mutant grease on the ground. I'm like, okay. I'm just holding the button the whole time here to pick up stuff, and it's going so slowly because the game is just like trying to load in so many items on the ground and whatnot, and it's actually just dying. I'm like, alright, we're just gonna... I don't know what the hell I was doing here. I think I was like debating whether or not I was gonna kill things, because I kind of need tech scrap too anyway for Fabricator, but I was like, yeah, alright, let's kill stuff. Like, I know there's more mutant grease up in there, so might as well. Yeah, I'm just looking at all the jewels I just picked up. Nothing really super useful. Gas Dash one's okay, but I don't have Clive dead yet, so not too worried about it. They're good for devouring, because then you can get the flawless out of them. So they are worth holding on to in a longer run, but in this one, because I do like I always will take Plaguebriar seeds over like basically everything. The same with Fishbones. Plaguebriar seeds are like... Plaguebriars in general are insanely good for defense because they let you summon banshees from your tombs. So having the seeds in them so you can just continually farm them over like a couple days is very, very, very good for a defense, because they're pretty annoying to find and they're expensive to buy. You can buy them in the Silverlight merchant area for 4 gold sun coins a piece on a normal price server. I don't know what it is on, like, obviously just based off of that if it's different prices on your server. But they're not always in stock, and when they're not, it's just kind of pain trying to like run around, especially on a big server where like all of the Gloomrot houses are taken. That tends to be where I find the most Plaguebriars, of just like in like the home areas. So like when things are open, like you can easily just run around and like go find stuff. But the problem is when people have all the houses in Gloomrot, you'll have a bad time trying to collect Plaguebriars. So, like I said, there's just so much mutant grease. It's just on the ground dead here. So, like, I already have almost 1,000, which is some of the fastest mutant grease collection I've ever seen for myself. Like, for my runs. I decide, okay, you know what? We have a full inventory. I don't have anything in here I really want to drop. Let's just go home a little early on the mutant grease. We could just come back while stuff is cooking. That way we're just getting the pristine hide going and the silkworms and the silk going. I see these wolves are like half health. I'm like, okay, that's more mutant grease. Let's just do it. These things hurt like a lot, by the way. Like one bite there does 70, like, yeah, it's 160 damage I just took from 3 seconds. Like, just be careful with the wolves. They hurt. It's the ones I tend to avoid, but since they're low health, I figure I'll just smack them up real quick. Alright, so again here, I'm just, okay, well, what do I need to be working on? What do I need to get going? Try to get everything cooking as fast as possible. I see they're like talking about stuff. I'm like, who the hell is the streamer? I'm like, there's actually content creators for this game? It's wild. That'd be sick. Like, I'd love to actually see more content creators in this game. I feel like it's kind of fallen off with Gloomrot. Whereas 1.0 should bring a ton of people back though, so it'll be a good time. I'm excited to see 1.0 drop. So split out some of my mutant grease, grab my pristine hide out of the chest, which again could have just been in my tannery and I wouldn't have had to go do this. I have no inventory space again. Struggles. Put the devourer behind because now I'm actually needing the tannery. Toss that stuff in, and then we need to go get silkworms going and get the looms cooking. I think having a second tannery is probably worth it. I don't know why I didn't decide to make one this one. I think I was just out of like stone or something. But your tannery tends to be your kind of like slow piece on what do you call it? The production side of things. So I need my cloth. I see 12 cloth here and I start crying internally. Because if I only have 12 cloth, life's gonna be pain. But before I go searching for more, I want to make sure that I'm killing these spiderlings that spawn. Yeah, I mean, look how fast I just kill these things with greatsword and pots and warrior blood. It's actually insane. So I start going to looking for more cloth. I find 70. I'm like, okay, phew, we're good. I was really nervous there for a second. I was stressed out. I did not do a perfect job of splitting those, but it's whatever. It's good enough. I'm like, alright, we need to kill more of these spiderlings. Again, these are guaranteed silkworm drops, which is really, really nice. It's just way faster than trying to clear like through Angora's cave to do that. Just come back here, use some mutant grease. It's OP, yeah. And then I have 12 more fish bones from that, just from the oil. Again, the double of just like I have both of these things. Like it's so good. Just blood press your fish. TLDR. So at this point, I'm trying to think, okay, what is after this, right? So like I'm always trying to like plan out my next like play basically. So I know I'm gonna be a little slow on my tannery because I only have one. So while these silkworms are cooking and whatnot, I know I'm gonna need to go get some more mutant grease, which is kind of another reason why I came back a little early. Because it's like, okay, we have time to kill anyway at this point because we just need stuff to cook. I'm also kind of wondering, I'm like, do we have enough cloth? The other way to make cloth is just like normal leather with grass fiber, but I'm not like too concerned about it right now. You normally need right around 100 of pretty much everything here. So like 100 of your silkworms, you need 100 of your cloth, you need 100 of your yeah, I guess just those things, and then it's like 1,000 of the pristine hide and the mutant grease, and a little bit more than that, like 1,300 or so is normally a really good number to shoot for. So I think I have enough for the silkworms for now. Just break these out, put those in, kind of match it with the amount of cloth I have. I want one side to end earlier because I know I'm going to need more to make more cloth on it. So that's why I don't have it like perfectly split as well. Just dumping everything. I found 4 extra enchanted brews while I was out, which is just an absurd number. So at this point, I kind of just want to stay buffed through pretty much everything. If there's like at least enchanted brew, no matter what, since I have so much of it, being buffed is just very, 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 very strong. We start making primals, but then I see that I don't actually have the jade recipe done. So I know I need to go kill jade as well. I'm like, okay, how much of this stuff do we have? Can I make dawnthorne pieces yet? I need a little bit more pristine, which is fine. 11, 19, like doing that mental math, I'm like, that is not enough. Like, that is not as much as I'm looking for here. So I want to, like, ideally keep my merc pieces in my merc set as long as possible, since I'm kind of making one piece at a time here. So I want to make the boots. The boots give the highest HP gain over the gloves, and they also give me 2 gear score level without interrupting my merc set. So I'd make boots and gloves first here, just because I already have the merc pieces on the other ones. It's just kind of like min-maxing like the small progression times. It's not crazy, and it's not like gonna be life or death in a run or anything like that, but if you have the mental space and whatever to think about it, then it's worth doing. Like right now I'm like counting, I'm like, okay, this shit is all messed up because these aren't sets of 4. That one at least is like 4 sets of 4, so that's good. Okay, that's the last one. I'm just gonna toss everything over into the other one, and then I will make, I know I need to make some more cloth. So I toss all my leather in here, and I'm like, okay, where's all my grass? So I know I have a good chunk laying around somewhere. Like, aha, yep, there we go. Just go ahead and let that cook. So that's going. We don't really have stuff for anything else. We got our dawnthorne boots on. Like, okay, how much leather do I have that's cooked? Only 4, which again, it's like, it's pretty slow. I have more leather though, so I'm like, alright, let's just toss all of this in. Toss it in the other one because I know I'm about to leave, so I know that silk is going to finish cooking, and then we'll have both looms like making their own cloth. So that way when I come back, make some more silkworms and stuff, that way it'll be good to go. So I need to kill Jade because I need the primal recipe. I also need pistols because I am going to be making dark silver pistols. But I think here, yeah, I make a run to dark silver mine because I have a merc greatsword already anyway, and you need to do it at some point during your run. So it's like, yeah, I'm waiting for stuff to cook. Why not send it now? I'm a little stressed out because those people have been camping Silverlight. I'm like, ah, surely it won't be the north side of Silverlight. Well, we'll see. See how things go. Like, surely it'll be the town and whatever. Like, it won't just be like the entrance to Silverlight. I was like, it might be the waypoint they're sitting on top of. Find Baden again. Again, it's just like, just always funny to me whenever I find him. We're up to 60 now, which is nice. I don't know if I just kind of forget to kill Jade, but I definitely need to do it. So I can't believe that arrow hit me with that much speed. Normally they don't catch you, so I didn't even think about dodging it. I was shocked, shook even, that actually clipped me. And then also the fact that it actually knocked me off my horse. I think I'm like a gear score or 2 away from not having it happen. I see some stuff happening over there, and I was like, I wonder if that's people fighting, because I don't normally see that stuff going on. But I'm like, you know what? We're just not going to worry about it. We're going to mind our own goddamn business. Get the hell out of here. Get over to Silver Mine and get stuff going. I make sure I pick up the waypoint. I probably had gotten it beforehand anyway, but normally just on that drive by there you'll pick it up, but you just want to make sure. Again, having that silver potion makes it so you really only need to do one run here almost ever. Also, having the dominated horse. If I don't have a dominated horse, I'll leave that horse out at the front of that mine. And then I could just pick it up on the way back out. Otherwise, it has like a pretty high chance of dying, or like I just get stuck with it in there and then I just lose it on the way out, trying to open the door and stuff. So just like be cognizant of where your horse placement is before you have it dominated. I always think that's a silver node, and I've never actually checked it, because there's one down in here that actually is kind of like in the wall like that, so I just wanted to check to see if it was. It's not. Half the time you can get, if like you only need 400, you can just break boxes. You don't even need to like actually farm the silver ore from the nodes. You can just break boxes and open chests and get plenty of silver. It's kind of ridiculous how much silver you get. Getting rat farm for here is probably worthwhile, because there is that entire section in the back that has a ton of chests and stuff, but again, I'm not here for like a super long time, so I don't really need all of the like different reinforced planks and stuff, but this place is very, very good for reinforced planks if you do breakables and you open the area in the back. It would have made my like dark silver crafting a little easier, and if I was going to make more than 2 dark silver weapons, I absolutely would have done it like beforehand, before coming here. But that said, it is contested too, right? So you never know if there's actually going to be anything in there, but fairly often I feel like there is. Killing the Enforged is always nice, because then the workers dip and they go and try to clear out and run and revolt. Viva la Revolution, brothers. Salute. Sorry, little worker homie. Didn't mean to kill you, but it is what it is. Kind of floundering killing this guy, but it's whatever. I'm buffed and I have so much damage right now. It's like, shit just doesn't matter. I'm also super tanky with Warrior Blood, so Warrior Blood, Blood Dash, Blood Rage for healing, like I'm a little scared right now because I know there's stuff going on in this area, so I top myself up. Get just a little under 800, which is whatever. I'm not trying to min-max to be perfect about it, but I don't like taking damage, especially in PvP zones like this, so I'll always stay under my silver cap. Which is why that silver brew is nice, because then you get the extra 400 on the way out. That was gold jewelry. I thought about turning around for it, but again, at this point, I've definitely made the decision. I'm just going to shard, and I'm gonna try to do it at 74. I have a love-hate relationship with Styx. Styx is one of the easiest fights to farm like good legendaries and onyx tiers and stuff from when you actually have gear. We start getting a little bit of lag here too in this area, but it is what it is. But at 74, Styx is a brick wall because your damage output on the little minions she summons is very not good. So trying to do a level 74 Styx kill into like solo into whatever is pretty rough. So I see 2 level 84s doing here. I'm just like, nope, I'm good, guys. See you later. Don't, please pay no attention to me. Haha, I'm not here. Ignore me. Teehee. And thankfully they do. And go back to fighting each other. Which that is the group of people that people are like, oh, you guys were camping. It's like, I mean, they're fighting. It's a 2v2. You guys are fine. I'm trying to resummon my mount here. Thought I had dominated mount, but apparently I misclicked, so. I hit him with a pardon me, gents. Or fellas, yeah, that's what it is. Don't want to interrupt on their 2v2. They just sprint through the dude's lightning curtain. I'm sure that was pretty funny from their POV. I wish I had a clip or something. Like some sort of... Just see some random level 57 just sprint through your fight. I could have so easily died there. It probably wasn't worth doing what I did there. I probably should have turned around as soon as I saw their fight, but I knew I had a lot of escape options, so as long as I didn't instantly get like Giga CC'd, I should have been fine, which I was. I see Vincent's like heading off into Narnia, so I'm kind of concerned that there's a player or something around here. So I was like, yeah, we'll see. So I end up healing up again. I know I have more salves at home anyway, so I'll just use them. There's definitely some more efficient routing that could take place of like trying to grab more than one thing at a time, but in a PvP server like this when everyone's 84 already and you're just like joining a server late, the less you risk, I think it's the better. And also I already knew I had a bunch of stuff cooking at home, so I wasn't like too stressed about like trying to really capitalize my time out, because I knew I needed to make more silkworms. I know I need to, but I like my pristine leather is still cooking, which is fine, but yeah, we get a good chunk of cloth here, which is plenty, so now we just need to make some more silkworms. The only thing I didn't think about is I am probably going to need more mutant grease, which is a little unfortunate, but... So now we have the 2-piece set for Dawnthorne, well, we will, but, which is good. Exactly sure what I'm looking for here. Ah, more bones, right. Yeah, so I can make my silkworm, and I'm like, oh, I need more mutant grease, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have more mutant grease. Like, I have basically 0. Like, alright, we'll do a little bit, just get something going in the looms for when I'm leaving. Pause everything. At some point in time, I'll notice that I don't have primals, but I'm not exactly sure when it's gonna be. Grab my gloves, go to 63 from 60, which is big upgrade. See, that 2-piece with the 2-peak merc set is also just really good, because you get the extra gear score. In fact, I could just queue them all and then 2-swing auto them. It's just so insane. Great sword's cracked. Oh yeah, I'm trying to optimize 8 and 4 here. That way it's just, I mean, it is fully cooking while I'm gone, because I know I need to just go get more mutant grease now. Alright, let's go. I don't remember if I killed Jade now, or I just go get mutant grease. Yeah, I think I just go get mutant grease. Oh yeah, no, that's right. I realized somehow I've done the entire Gloomrot mutant grease stuff, and I didn't manage to get a single waypoint, which was a pretty big time loss actually. It's pretty unfortunate there. But it is what it is. Oh well, we take the quick 400-meter run up north. It's nothing too crazy, but again, there's definitely time to be shaved off this run. But I want to get this video out as like a, if either new people are coming back for like 1.0 trying to figure out how the hell to prog, or people who are like, man, I don't know how the hell people get to like a shard within like, you know, 6 hours or less. Like this is just a good template that could be used for pretty much anybody who's looking at it. Like, I don't do anything crazy this run. I don't abuse any of the bosses. I don't glitch them. I just do standard prog on an active server, right? So that's kind of the idea behind it. On a 1x, obviously things change a little bit. So like if you're on a default server or an official, it might be a little worse, right? But you know, I'm thinking of myself looking for mutant grease. I want to go to the pools area, which is where I was trying to go originally the first time before I saw all of the dead stuff just on the ground. I rip an ulti here. Ult comes up, I mean, in 150 seconds, right? So it's like, yeah, it's really good for PvP and getting out of and escaping or whatever, but also rip that shit, you know? Like, if you have stuff that helps you clear mobs faster, like, for prog, it's definitely worth it. I take a lot of damage in this fight. I'm also, like, my frames are just dying, which is pain. It's just this area, I think, when it's not reloaded on a server very often, it really bogs the server down and bogs, like, the quality in general. But, yeah, I wish, like, half my health bar there, which is kind of idiotic. But what do you do? I see this dude's like literally 0, so just grab the extra mutant grease. I don't even know if I managed to make it over to the pools in this run or this time out, or if it's later. Go through this area, see if there's any free mutant grease. There is. Oh, thank you. Almost died to sun, or at least take some damage from sun. Swing back through again, get some more grease. Get stuck on the tiniest pole you've ever seen in your life. Try to check to see how much mutant grease I have. I can't remember if I'm happy with the amount I have or if I need some more. I'm just looking at like everything that's on the ground, anything and everything that's there. I'm just like, yo, free mutant grease, I'm in. Yeah, it's 64 on the ground just sitting there, right? So super worth just looking for that stuff. Let my sun reset. Kind of take a look, see what I have. 300 in the inventory, which is probably enough for what I need, but I'm kind of like, I should go kill these things. Like, they're gonna kill some stuff. Those guys are just full resetting, so I'm like, okay, I'll just go kill this guy then. Pyro's hurt a lot. A lot. Thankfully the sun's almost gone. Owie, owie. Bang. If my horse wasn't dominated, I'd be a little annoyed by that shit getting burnt, because HP on horses is scary, but again, we kind of cheated this run and got a dominated mount, so. Head up to the pools section. This is another great spot for just letting mobs do your job of killing things. I was so surprised that actually knocked me off my horse. I didn't know Pyros had a knock ability. I thought it was just like their AoE fire or whatever, and it just did damage to you over time, but definitely can, it seems. See Ingram. Like, oh, hey there, sir. Just, mind my own business here. Everyone's like, oh god, Ingram's coming. Back to your places. I didn't know you could get mutant grease out of these barrels, so I started hitting more, and then I got literally no more. So I don't know if that's actually worth doing, but... This is another spot I could have ripped an ult for, but I am really trying to pull them back away from Ingram, because I don't feel like aggroing him right now. I see someone run through, and I was like, oh, they're just running through, okay, no worries. Although, I am kind of itching for a fight by this point, because I'm like, man, I could use some PvP, dude. But then I realize, I don't think I have any heals left, and I'm like, man, I really don't want to blood mend. I don't know what to do. I should get out of here. I have all this mutant grease. I'm like, alright, I'll just kill this last pack, and then I'll get out of here. And I'll resummon my mount, and I'll move on with my day. But I see them coming back through, so I try to stealth, and I was like, okay, maybe they are hunting me. Like, I don't know, maybe they were just leaving. See him getting like absolutely surrounded by mutants. Get some free healing back. And then he's back. And I'm like, man, I can't believe this one guy is looping me so many times. And in my head, this is just one person, like all day long. And they're probably 84, and I'm 63 at half health. But I'm arrogant, so I'm like, I'll take this fight. Like, maybe I could bait them into like fighting me, because if they have stuff, like I'm booming. I don't actually have all that much anyway. But then by this point, I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I guess they're just gone. I think they just left. Like, maybe they'll loop one around one more time. But like, I have no healing. Frostbite Jewel's useless, and then he's here. Knock him off. Blood Rage, and then the second one shows up. I'm like, ah, god damn it. I already was feeling confident now because of that, and I was like, alright, we can get another one of these in. And then he gets an ult and does a ton of damage. You have Void, which also does an insane amount of damage. I accidentally Speary, which I meant to Greatsword. I just mispressed, and they get a Greatsword and follow up on me. I get a little tilted. I just didn't think it was a 2v1 at all, or I wouldn't have taken that fight at all. I shouldn't be typing. But I should just say good fight. Move on with my day. A little cringe. Nice of him to leave my stuff though. Not cringe of them, cringe of me to be typing at all. Get a free waypoint out of it though, so fuck it. Kind of weird how like when you die it'll let you respawn near to a waypoint that's close to you. I am surprised about that. It's I wonder if there's like some intentional suicide strats you could do there. There's a couple spots where like I find like I might die to PvE or something and end up respawning at a waypoint that like normally I have to go out of my way to get. So I don't know. Some theory stuff there, potentially. Potential. So I go back, grab my stuff. I was like, alright, whatever. And then I'm like, wait a second, my bag just despawned. I was like, who the hell is this guy? He's level 25. Like, alright, we're gonna snare him. Just just poke him down. It's like, give me my bag back, you rat. It's like, okay, yeah, he does have my bag. It's rat motherfucker trying to take my dead corpse. I'm like, I know I died, but like, get out of here. I still don't know what that level 25 is doing there. I don't know. Maybe they're doing like a challenge or something, like a PvP only or something. I don't know. Would be kind of fun to do like no bosses prog like to 83 type run or something. Like you can only like progress from PvP only. Like you have to get all your mats from killing people and whatever. I don't know how viable it would be. Like maybe the only bosses you can kill are the ones that actually let you craft the gear. But otherwise, like, you can't kill anything, you can't farm mats, you just have to get everything from, like, either PvP, like other people farming it for you, people's houses, whatever. Whatever you can do. Problem is, a lot of people are really good at securing their bases these days, so it's pretty hard to get in and, like, kind of rat around and do stuff like that. My last run that I did find a couple houses that were actually just, like, wide open, and so that was nice to have some free stuff, but it's like, you know, it's just, you can't rely on it. It's really hard to try to, like, hope that people just have their houses insecure. I got lost in for where my own house was there. It's nice. Killing it. Okay, so now we're home. Got mutant grease. Could have been so much worse. Yeah. You know, I start typing. I'm like, no. I need to not type. Like I said, it's getting late at this point, and so I'm like, I don't know, get into that late night mindset of like, I'm ready to just, you know, flame the noobs type thing. But it's so not worth it. But I have nothing else to do. So here we go. I start typing a little. Like, there's, I don't know. They're talking about like, oh man, these people are out killing shit like in Silver Lake. It's like, what the hell else are they gonna do past 84? Like, it's a raid only on the weekends. There's no like events currently. The admin's working on it, but it's like they're not actively happening. So like, are they just supposed to log out? Like, well, kill me and leave the loot. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no one's gonna kill you and leave the loot. Like, obviously someone did just do that for me, but it's like, that it shouldn't happen. They should have just taken my shit, right? Like, I always want loot. Like, there's never a time I'm stacked enough in a server where it's like, oh man, I really wish I didn't have semi-endgame materials. I don't know. I would never do it. I don't know. I don't want to go farm more mutant grease. If someone just brought me a pile of 800 mutant grease, that shit's going to my inventory, bro. Like, and it's like, it's okay though, because everyone expects that, right? That's kind of my thought process on it. It's like those people who killed me, right? I expected them to take my stuff, right? And if I had killed them, I would have taken their stuff. Like, that's just how it is. That's just how, I don't know, it's just how the game plays. It's not like it's merciless. It's not like I'm taking all of your gear and your weapons, right? It's different. Like, it's, what, 10 minutes of your time? Like, relax. It ain't that serious, bro. Do I finally notice yet that I need primals and I need the essences? Who knows when this will happen? Not me. I do need primals. I need it, like, today. If I want to make a anvil. Oh yeah, dude's talking about how like this guy hacks. And I was like, what? What the hell does that? Where did that come from, bro? It's like, well, you were talking about Rust, so clearly you must be a hacker. Okay, sure, bud. I don't know, man. Now I'm just memeing. Kai said they're a hacker, they're banned. Said idiot. See you later. Get out of my game. Again, I'm just killing time here because I need Dawnthorne to cook, I need Silk to cook, I need to finish everything. I need some salves. There's definitely some things I could be doing way more efficiently. Like killing Jade, getting primals, stuff like that. If I have someone I've seen in another server, so I say hi. They don't know well me. It's okay. I'm not sad. Finish up my Dawnthorne. I'm very happy with. Have that full set. I think we're 66 after this. I do need more blood. Hopefully I notice that at any point in time. It's actually like probably the worst part of dying is losing your blood when you don't have blood merlots yet, because the misery goes up so fast without it. Yeah, like it's 14 misery already, and then just another blood pellet. It's like, now it's 24. Ugh. It hurts. I can't figure out how to whisper D's for like the longest time. I thought it was just /W space. Like, I don't know how the hell to whisper people. And then I realize after trying like 4 times that I'm actually already just in the whisper channel. I was like, oh, I could just type. I don't know. People joining PvP servers and expecting not to get killed, just, I don't know what you're expecting, bro. You get it, you suck at PvP and just want a PvE, just go join a PvE server. I'd so much rather have the opportunity to PvP and have fun fights and lose stuff than playing a PvE server solo. It's just not as fun. Obviously I'm gonna lose a lot of the time when I'm like solo on, you know, people who are 83 and stuff, right? Like, it is what it is. But so we're getting buffed up. We need to go kill Cyril and Falrot and the Wanderer. Normal prog T3 stuff at this point. And since anytime I'm going into T3 zones, Gloomrot or Cursed Forest or Silverlight, I really like to be buffed and have good blood. Again, for PvP scenarios, it's just worth the investment of the resources to protect whatever you have on you as much as you can. Yeah, I mean, these guys probably aren't like, you know, the world's greatest humans or anything. Like, I don't know, probably annoy people for sure, but I get it, right? It's like, if you want to actually play on one server, like, what the fuck is there to do after you hit 84? It's like, it's a weekend only raid server. It's like, I'd just go chill in Silverlight and fight people who show up. Like, I genuinely just don't know what else you would do if I was actually gonna play stuff. I can't believe they get banned for that. Like, it actually blows my mind. Like, am I supposed to just ask people to, will you pretty please with the cherry on top, will you fight me in the arena or something? It's like, I don't know. It seems weird. Don't get me wrong, I get tilted when I die, but like, it is what it is. It's just part of the game, man. What the hell was that noise? That thing makes like the weirdest, the witches make the weirdest noise. Like, cut the goddamn ghost room, I don't care about the plant fiber. Alright, get out of here. Don't need to actually kill this witch. Three v 2 to apparently. I don't even read this anymore because at this point I'm like, I'm already flying. Like, now I'm alright. I'm back in go zone, right? So now I stop. I've just been ignoring chat. At this point I stopped reading. I was like, holy shit! Wait, there he is. God, I do so much damage. It's crazy. Just, each greatsword swing just chunks him so hard. If I crit too, it just goes nuts. 41 on auto, it's just crazy. This is a really bad spot. Unfortunately, he doubles back on top of his balls, and then I get caught here. I'm almost certain I lose him here. Yeah, I'm like, and then somehow I get entangled again. I don't even know what that entangle was. That shit was crazy. Then I have 4 wolves on me. I'm like, okay, we'll just clear these out. He'll reset and we'll move on. I'll heal, etc. It's fine. I need the pristine hide anyway, so I'm not too stressed about it because I need it for the cape. So it's like, you know what, that kind of works out. Like, alright, we'll give him a second, let him reset, and then figure out where the hell he is. Get my next salve going. Important thing is just to get your HP cap up to max so that your salve can keep ticking even when you are in combat. Saw this wisp, thought it was him. I was like, dude, I just saw him imminent. Where the hell did he go? There he is. 111 crit. It's so crazy. So much damage for level, like the level that I'm at. Like, imagine doing that to someone. It's just like at my health. It's like that's a fifth of your health in 1Q. It's crazy. Like, obviously you don't always crit, but when you do, man, holy shit, you feel it. I can't remember what the default multi is in this game. I get a little scared here because I get entangled in Narnia. I'm like, please no, man, please no, not like this. Where'd he go? I'm like, oh, thank God, he just started walking back towards me. Actually, the most humble wanderer.
We'll be there soon. Any year now.
I can't believe that one didn't kill. I like hit a 14 because it like clipped the tree as well. The voice actors for these are so good. The voice lines aren't the world's best, but the actual like actors and the like voices they make. Oh my God, such a fan, big fanboy. All right, so we got the shroud cooking. So now we're gonna go whichever's closest, Cyril or Valrot is my normal just game plan, which I think right now it's Cyril. So we just go there because we're 66, so there's no reason not to. Yeah, it's Cyril. Grab my horse. We need Ghost Crystal as well, so we're just gonna farm that out. Just full clear both sounds. Hopefully we don't lose it all. It's agony if we do. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Blood right? Why am I looking for blood right? This isn't Valrot, this is Cyril, but whatever. I think this is Valrot for some reason or something. Whatever, it's fine. Either way, Cyril, the Unholy Shield's good. I'm almost certain I switch it back, actually. I just tend to sometimes forget where things are. I'm really trying not to aggro this last pack, and it doesn't work. I was like, oh, I'm so close. Don't do it. I try to fade away with a greatsword and it just doesn't matter. Really trying to save my health here as much as possible. Just because I know I'm about to go into a boss fight, and the less blood and heals I use now, the better. Nearly taking 82. Sounds about right. Clear boxes. I think all of these rooms are worth doing. I was kind of in a rush because I didn't like when I'm ever out here. I kind of try to like speed through these areas because they're pretty contested. And I don't know. I don't love having to try to compete with people. It scares me, especially when I have this much like high like N resources. Yeah, see, I switch it back. I'm like, no, this is 0. Alright, well, let's get after it. Just ult to start, because depending on how long these fights go, a lot of the time you get 2 ults if you just rip one at the start. You do so much damage to him, it's funny how he'll just skip voice lines and stuff. The bosses just were not meant to be killed this fast. I try to kill all of his weapons early, especially. I see that I've spawned a Banshee. I'm like, ah, that's great. Love that. After it gets to a certain point, I'll start ignoring it and just like go for a full kill, but half already. Like, it's just, I mean, so much damage with that 66 with a greatsword. Shreds. Blood Rage is insane. Kind of like bugs a little bit on that. I start taking a lot of damage. I'm really trying to just pump him while he's like sitting there just making weapons. Alright, so at this point now I'm kind of like, okay, things are getting out of hand. I need to kind of sort out my life, kill off some of these weapons. Because I want to keep him right where he's at on the HP, because he isn't low enough to do his ult yet, where he does this like quadruple dash. Oh man, yeah, I forgot I take like 40 damage, or like 40 hits there. It's really bad. I was like, alright, I need to heal at least a little bit. Get some fodder out with the Unholy Shield. Kill off another weapon. And the more of these I can get, the better. I don't know how that only hit me a 1. I'm not really sure what the deal was with that. I think that was super weird. But yeah, that was the worst Q I think of my life. I went straight into his, like, all of the orbs and just ate them all. So now I'm getting a little stressed. Normally at this point I would reset, but I feel fairly confident to just kind of like, yeah, see, I proc him underneath his ulti, which is not what you want to do. So just Q, dash away from E, C goes down, pop my ult. I thought I was gonna miss him there, and that would have been really rough. I need that or shield, yep, get that, E that little guy. So now we're just down to 2 weapons, so life has gotten significantly better. Like, it's not even close how much better it is now. You can just clear out the weapons, this fight becomes so ridiculously easy. For the shot coming in, yeah. Heal there. Missed my Q because I suck. Again, really just trying to make sure you get that auto when you blood dash to heal yourself. It gives you so much sustain. It doesn't sound like it, but it's like every time you swing, it's like 30 health back. It's actually insane. Alright, serial down, foul rod left. This is where you can make an option here. You could take the cave, go home, and kind of I don't know, play it safe, because I have like half of the ghost crystal I need. I can also just get it cooking, but I need to farm the rest of this anyway. I need more scourge stone, so that's why I'm killing these banshees and looting stuff, because I do need all of this material. I'm pretty sure I just end up full sending, saying fuck it, we'll just get it all done in one go. It's a mixed bag, because you need the spectral dust to like cook anyway, so it does take time. This is also when if I was doing like a longer run, I would go get workshop floors. Before I grind all this, I would go kill Grayson, but since I'm not doing a longer run, I just get a little bit extra and cook it all down. It's fine. This is what I mean, I could just take this cave out and head home, summon my horse. But I need more stuff anyway, so all good. The constant cursed mob of... See this dude, I'm like, are you gonna attack me, bro? I see he's frail. I don't know. I think he said 84. I really hate that I can't see people's like gear score easily. Like, you have to actually hover them. It's such a pain. But since he's frail, I didn't think he was really interested in fighting, and it didn't seem like he was, and I wasn't either with how much stuff I have on me. Talking about Sanctum of Domination, wow, one of the worst raid expansions that's happened. Don't at me. It was like PTSD hearing someone talk about that shit. It's like, really? What are we doing here? I ain't playing that game. I've probably overfarmed Ghost Crystal here a bit. I could probably just not do this anymore. I don't think I need this much, but realistically, if you just do a full clear of each town when you're out already, you're gonna be set for a hot minute, right? And so like if you want 3 or 4 Dark Silver weapons and Sanguine weapons eventually, it's like you might as well just invest in it. I like 2 minimum for like a run like this. I really want Pistol Greatsword for my Dark Silver. I don't really need much else for at least this setup. Pistol is for well, I mean, pretty much for everything. And then Greatsword specifically, I need it for, well, I don't need it, but it's what I use it for, is for killing the ads on Styx. And then obviously just like what I'm doing now, right? It's just full clearing stuff. It's just good for mob clearing and PvEing. But specifically the reason I want them is for Styx and Styx's ads. I find Greatsword just is the most effective thing at keeping the little shitheads at bay to where they're not like constantly running you down. There's like, it's definitely reduced, but they do still have some sort of knockback from the swing, whereas it feels like every other weapon doesn't really have that. So yeah, there's that. And then I hate dropping all this silver, but I didn't make a bag, which is kind of a mistake, but for like an actual run. But again, I don't really care because I'm just doing shard percent. So we're not doing gold sun farming and stuff like that. We're not killing Duke. We're not doing any of that kind of stuff. I don't know what I was waiting for there. Probably a cooldown or something. But I noticed that I've got the wrong thing on, so I slasher Z to then get my my blood rate back out. Because you definitely don't want Unholy Shield here, because it'll summon things and then that'll hit his counter for you, and then he'll do stupid things, which is annoying. If you're having troubles with Foul Rot, especially on this part, just burn everything to kill these guys. Make sure you're buffed. I mean, look how much damage my Greatsword does to these things. Reaper's also perfectly effective and works just fine. But like, I mean, they're just all gone. Literally all of them. Like, I just swing my sword at it. Blood Rage is really, really good. And then Greatsword just actually will cleave through all of them. I almost swing and hit that counter. Glad I didn't. Same thing. Just do damage. On this one, I wait until he comes back, and then I pop ulti, and it just clears out the rest. And then we just kill Foul Rot. It's a fairly simple fight when you just are willing to burn all of your cooldowns on the ads. Like, you end up hitting one of his counters, you can just Greatsword E out of it, and there we go. Easy fight. That's one of my favorite lines. Why killed me? My head won't even fit you. So dumb. Perfectly fits my my humor. But anyway, I'm like, alright, let's get out of here, hit the cave, get home, get this crystal cooking. From this point, it's just like, we need Scourge Stone, we have Spectral Dust, and we have all of our silver already mined and at the home. So we need pistols, is the first thing, and so maybe now we'll remember to go kill Jade and actually start the primals. I can't believe it takes me this long. Oh, I killed Clive. I don't know why I do this. This is just a waste of time. But I like Chaos Dash a lot for PvP, and at this moment I'm kind of like, my PvP brain is on. I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of want Chaos Dash so I can like kill people and stuff and chase them down, but I should just be focused on the run at this point. It's so much better to just get your shard done and then come back and do everything with shard buff when it's in your base instead of like going and doing random shit like this. So I can't believe that spear dude's just pulling me out. It's like, please, just let me kill him. I literally can't get a swing off, and then I can't channel on him. It's so annoying. Yeah, I get speared again. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna scream. Just look at my inventory, see what we got. Just a bunch of shit. Chaos Dash. I don't know why I bother with that. I see book on the brain, my monkey brain says, ooh, book, I want that. It really just does not matter. You don't need that stuff. It's T1 books. Like, you already have forge flooring anyway, so I should just move on. I do see all the sulfur on the ground, which I actually do want. You need sulfur for radium later. I don't make radium this run, so I don't actually need it, but that's why I picked this up, because I'm thinking about radium. Actually, no, I do need some radium, because I need to do blood merlot, and that does require some radium, so. That said, I did forget to kill Ziva when I was doing mutant farm, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Having dark silver weapons just, I mean, it makes Ziva stupidly fast as well. Oh god, I'm pretty sure I died to Ziva this run, even though I have a dark silver pistol. We did a little bit of trolling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just like ignore the fact that Ziva actually does in fact do damage and then just stand in her flamethrower the whole time. And realize that's probably a bad idea. And then by that point it's just too late. And make one more misplay and it's done. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there. But yeah, normally I would say try to kill Ziva while you're doing your mutant grease. Like if you're doing your second trip up, she's fairly easy to kill on level. Just use Unholy Barrier on her rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a. Like dodge the one where like so when she gets that weapon out, the first one will always be the shotgun. So just walk away from it and then jump back in, do your damage wherever you can, and then she's gonna say this is the part where you run, and then instead of running you just hold up a shield and then you summon like 15 skeletons and they just will annihilate her. It's kind of the way I do it. You can also use Frost Barrier and it just does damage back to her. Also completely viable. Either way, just like pick a barrier, any barrier, and just go nuts. She's not a hard fight. Unfortunately, I'm like turbo down bad on Scourgestone, which is what I was saying earlier that I should be doing more monastery runs. But yeah, I kind of end up not doing that. A little unfortunate. Alright, for the next little bit, it's just basically going to be me doing base stuff for a little while. We're really just trying to prep Dark Silver, get primals going, all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to let it run, have the music play, and then I will be right back. I got some water. While we're just doing a little bit of base building and prepping stuff. So nothing crazy going on, I think, that I missed here. I think we're actually gonna finally kill Jade now, cause yeah, we need pistols and primals. So, and I'm just realizing now that I actually haven't done that. So we're gonna take care of that business.
I bet their heads worth a lot.
Jade's a pretty easy fight on level, as well as, especially if you're over leveled, but if you're having troubles with her, find a big rock, kite her around it. Use like Reaper E is really good.
One shot, one kill.
Other than that, Chaos Volley, stuff like that, just range things. I wouldn't really recommend doing the melee that I'm doing right now, but see, there's a fire archer that just hit me. I'm like, great. Love that that decides to show up right now.
One shot, one kill.
At first I was like, wait, does Jade have fire? I can't even remember. And I was like, no, I don't think she does. This is also another great barrier fight. Her dance for me. She just does a lot of hits in a row, so you throw out the old frost barrier, unholy barrier, whichever barrier of your preference. Chaos barrier is also just fine if you're killing Ingram. Does good work here, but you don't really need it.
I feel stronger.
I get merciless iron pistols. It's like, yay, just what I needed. It's like, I'll take the books. It's fine, because I dropped it last time, and it's something I would do in an actual run where I actually have the books. I don't know if I actually take them or not, but I do need to go get... Oh, I need to go get Scourgestone anyway, so that's right. I remember that I'm like, okay, I'm getting Scourgestone. I can't waypoint home anyway because of that, so it's like, why not just grab them? It's like we're already gonna have to grab stuff. Nice easy run through. Kind of looking for chests as I go, but I don't tend to rely on them. I just grab the 4 containers. It's normally like 12 plus Scourge Stones on a 2x server. So it's normally plenty. I'm looking around for a little bit more, hoping for another chest. Normally I see at least 1 chest by now, but there's just literally none, so I'm just like, damn, okay. I know someone had been here recently or something maybe, and they nabbed the chests before me or something, but all good. Getting pretty darn close to the end here, which is pretty crazy. Like the time is starting to hit me how like fast the time's going, because really all I have left is Baron, Blood Merlot, which it does take some time, and then it's just Styx and Wander, you know. So nothing else crazy. Another Bane find. I think I find him just those 2 times additionally to the one that I actually have to. Or no, it's 3 because I find him at the like next to the Jade as well that one time, and then I have to go find him, like track him down myself to kill him. So 4 times this run I just happen upon Bane essentially. Swing home, drop off the books and everything else that we got. Nothing crazy useful. This base location, by the way, is by no means like ideal, but it is pretty solid for the cave. If you're looking for a prog base and you're willing to move your base afterwards, I'd recommend somewhere around here. If you just want to really have one base like that you set up one time and you never reset on like a long-term server for yourself, I'd recommend looking elsewhere for more defendable locations. There's a couple different like content creators who have made good videos on what a defendable base like in PvP looks like. But the TLDR of it is essentially, you want a base that's like on a rise, and then if like ideally it has multiple tiers to it, like inside the entirety of your zone, and then on top of that you want essentially there to be as long of a line from the entrance to your like territory that you can get to your heart, because that means that's the most amount of like walls they'll essentially have to break through to get to your heart. I'm not the best at raid defense, so I don't want to like you know, go on and ramble about it too much. But yeah, that's the like the gist of what you're looking for. Oh, you're also looking for only one entrance point, right? So like this one I'm in has two, it has one on one side and one on the other. That's specifically not ideal for base defense, because you don't really, you can't tell someone where to raid you from, right? So they can choose to go whichever side. So that means you then have to defend on both fronts, which not as ideal, as it were. Trying to split up the silver here, get it all cooking as much as possible. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna let all of this play out. I don't want to skip any time. I don't want, just in general, because this is supposed to be like a full-on like VOD from start to beginning, no ending. If you prefer skips though, let me know in the comments like what your thoughts are on that. I can skip through things at the beginning. Something I did completely forget here is that I could use one of my furnaces right now to take all of the gray dust and whetstone that I have and turn them into scourge stones. I just kind of forgot that that existed. And like I said, it's late at this time. Like I think I finished this run somewhere around midnight. I hadn't eaten that day either, so like I was tired, but it was a super impromptu like decision to do this run. I was just kind of like, do I even have a character on this server? It's like 5 o'clock and I see I didn't. I was like, fuck it, let's just do a solo sprint straight to winged horror type vibe, and maybe I'll like get the mood to play on the server longer. I didn't, but it is what it is. I really enjoy the game, and I really enjoy the progression. I really hope 1.0 brings more enjoyable things to do when progression isn't like the only thing anymore, or like some sort of way to like have progression post 84, right? Like something to do. But either way, make some planks because we need 24, I think it is, or 18 maybe, for 2 different weapons. No, it's 18 because we have forge floors, and then 24 of the ingots. Yeah, that's right. Because again, we're only looking for 2 weapons here. It's the silver pistols and the greatsword. So this one is also going to be a bit of a longer one since this is the full end. So this one is going to go for almost 3 hours on the entire video. I'm not sure if I could have broken this up into maybe like different chunks instead of doing just like kind of part 1, part 2, part 3. But I mean, the game kind of naturally lends itself, I feel like, to be segmented into like tier 1, tier 2, and then tier 3 kind of videos. So that's kind of like why I wanted to set it up that way. And then also people can, like, if they're like, oh, I don't really care about tier 1, I have my tier 1 strat down, right? I can go look at like the VOD for, okay, this guy is progressing, he's done with tier 1, let's go see how he progs through T2, right? Something like that. So that was kind of my idea with like how these like are going to be set up and organized. So again, let me know if you have any like suggestions on that in the future, like how I could change things to either be more organized, have them shorter, have them longer formed. I can do them just like all in one straight shot. That's totally fine. The only downside to that is it takes a lot longer to like process and upload, but that's not a you guys' problem, it's a me problem, so no worries there. Kind of just doing counting here, like, okay, do I actually have enough? Like, am I good? I'm trying to like do the math in my head. Realistically, 800 ingots is like plenty for 2 weapons, and then blood merlot amulet on top of that, so the extra 4. it's 3 to 15 for the spectral dust. So if we do the calculator out, so we have 800 divided by 15, and then we times that by 3. So it's like 160 spectral dust you need, but then you need plus 24, I think it is, for the smithy, so it's 184. And then I can't remember how many scourge stone it is to, like how much dust you get per scourge stone. I'd have to, maybe I go back over to the grinder and I can check again, or I can actually just Google it real quick. Oh, wait, go to the grinder. It is 1 to 4. Okay, so then we divide this number by 4. So you need like 46 scourge stones to have 2 weapons and a blood merlot. Pretty much everything you need to cook. So 46 scourge stones is the number you're looking for that. So that's actually good to know. That's a number I should have had beforehand, but now I do. So get my pistols, which is great. That's really all I need to kill Baron. So while the rest of the Dark Silver and stuff is cooking, I say, okay, let's go kill Baron. I need to make another blood potion here because my blood is low, and I'm like, ugh. His misery is getting high, which is unfortunate. I think I have, have some rainbow sages, I think they're called, or something like that. The fish that helps reduce their misery. Yeah, that one. So I go ahead and just feed him those right now. Rainbow trouts, that's what they are. I couldn't remember. I think that's sage fish and rainbow trout. Yeah, I just toss all 3 of those in there, and I was like, I don't know why I'm holding onto these fish. Like, these things are worthless. Should have just grinded them earlier, but see they have some blood rose brew here. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just grab those out. I don't even know I had those. Toss those into this. Bring these out. Blood rose brew use significantly quicker than salves do, which is why they're so nice. So I know I'm going to kill Baron. I don't want to use my last ferocity. I want to have that ferocity for Styx and hopefully partially for Winged Horror at least, if not all for Winged Horror as well. Because I'm out of copper coins, right? So I have no more buffs. Accidentally open my door. Make sure that's closed. Don't want to lose all my stuff. So we go kill Baron. We at least use an enchanted because we have a ton of those, right? It's always worth just being potted as much as possible. That thing scared me. I thought it was someone else trying to PvP me again. I was like, dude, we're almost done with the run. I just want to finish at this point. I'm tired. I'm ready to get off. I had seen in chat that people were like, the D's and Nye or whatever, or Kai, whoever they are, were done kind of like on their rampage through through Silverlight. So I was like, okay, cool. We're in the clear now, I think, to go just get our stuff done. And then of course I had seen that one guy just ride past, and I was like, okay, maybe we're not in the clear. So we are starting to get into those like really hot zones, so I am trying to be extra careful when I do things, but those fences will take a lot of shots for you like that. That's why I'm hopping over them the way I am. I only need that one section, but you can there's like so many grapes there that you can get so fast. If you bring axes and use E, you can harvest them off the vine very, very quickly. Would recommend. Yeah, this one I swapped to Chaos Volley for. I prefer Chaos Volley over Blood Rage for this guy just because he does have that counter a lot, so it's like I feel like the downtime is pretty rough. And then also Chaos Volley is really good for one-shotting the barrels. See, like that. Now ideally I hit him with one and then I hit the barrel with the other, but yeah, skill issue. Yeah, there you go, like that. Pistols can either 1 or 2 shot the barrels. It's kind of like close which one happens, but yeah. Always want to make sure the only thing in here that does damage to you is the barrels, literally. Like everything else is just like, it's just nothing. So just be cognizant of the barrels, dodge where you gotta, pop the ones you need to, you'll be fine. This guy is not a melee fight, just don't do it melee. I was pretty sad when that happened. I thought I was gonna get a no-hit kill. I haven't had a no-hit kill on him yet completely yet. I always make some stupid mistake. But I haven't really tried either. I just like do it in runs, so. In a lot of these runs, I try to make as many bosses like as clean as possible, just to like, I don't know. It's good for like keeping your HP up, and like if you're a PvP zone and stuff, like it's dangerous to be low health. It stressed me out a little bit. I was like, oh god. I managed to get that pistol through, which I'm actually pretty surprised worked. Like, I know it can work, but it's just like, man, sometimes. I also get hit there again, too. It's like, man. Oh, you just die already, bro. Alright. That's a sack of gold jewelry. Pretty much always whenever you see a sack come out of a boss like that, it's gonna be a shitload of gold jewelry. I don't need it for this run, since I'm not gonna be killing Azariel. I'm not gonna be doing all those things, but I figure, alright, you know what? Instead of just taking a waypoint back like I could, I'll grab it. I should be grabbing those schematics off the ground too, same thing. It's more realistic to an actual prog run, but at this point I'm kind of cutting some corners to skip out on like legitimate prog just to like get to the shard faster. Which, you know, ups and downs. I didn't even know there was that little like tiny hole back there, just nothing. There's a lot of pathing that I don't like fully know the map of yet, and I'm still definitely learning. Like I said, I'm only like 300 hours into this game, so some of it gets a little lost in my head. This cave, super dope. I really like having a prog base, and then if I am going to 84, if I want an actual like full-time home base, is making one over near like the frost area, the frost region. See another guy, he's low, he's got PvP protection on, so new people joining the server, which is cool. It's nice to see the game being so active. I don't know, like my understanding it was there for a while. It was like pretty dead. But I think 1.0 release date coming out has brought a lot of people back, and people are getting hyped. Fight Dracula and have people playing again. It'll be a good time. Hopefully the music wasn't been too loud. I forgot to turn it back down after I came back, but hopefully it's alright. I'm not doing retakes. It's just not happening. Not on a 5-hour run like this, 6-hour run essentially. Hopefully you've enjoyed the commentary and the insights. I mean, I'm not by any means, you know, some pioneer of pushing prog by like and doing stuff like this, but I am trying to at least show like do a showcase of the prog that I've learned from other people and a couple little things from myself, stuff like that. So we have our greatsword, which is the last thing we need for well, no, we need blood merlot as well. We just need 12 radium alloy, which I am now remembering that I don't have Ziva dead yet. I'm like, ah yes, I need to go kill Ziva because I need to make a fabricator. Joyous. I need iron. Like, I'm gathering all this stuff as if I've already done it, and then I'm like, nope, actually I haven't done this. My iron is looking pretty doomed, but the good news is I don't need more than like 3 iron ingots to actually make the canisters that I'll need, so it's all good. Primal's going, which is good. Now we just go kill Ziva. And by kill, I mean definitely not just die to her like an idiot. Yeah, I think we had 2 major like PvE mistakes in this run. One is Ziva, and then one is Styx. But Styx is hard, and 2-shotting Styx, I'm not upset with. I think I had to reset Styx as well once, but Styx, it is my nemesis right now. It's because like during like when I'm geared, if I'm even like if I have, I don't know, a single sanguine weapon, like if I have a sanguine greatsword and the exact same kit, it's a different fight. Like it goes from being like God's hardest battle to like I'm piss chilling 180 degrees reclined in my chair, walking over the boss. Like it's crazy how much just like 3 or so eye level gear score, whatever it's called, really changes that fight for me. I don't know what the hell I was eating there. I think I was just getting tired. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. She's already a quarter health. Like, instead of walking up and just ignoring the flame, I could just not. I could just leave right now. Yeah, and now I'm basically dead. I have 1 health. Which I'm like, you know what? It's still winnable. Like, literally, it's still winnable if I just play well. Of course, she goes into lightning instead of the other one. So I get the HP back. Like, I should actually still be able to kill this chick. Like, this fight really isn't that hard. Kill the minions. Like, it's, again, we were talking about it in the other fight. Like, there's no fight. Yeah, I get hit by 2 of those, which is also just ridiculous. He's counter on the wrong one. I'm not killing the minions because I'm being arrogant. I roll into the fire. If you can't tell, I'm a little tired at this point. Like, my gameplay is getting significantly worse. I don't dodge this one like I should. Like, I should be dodging that and not this. This is the one where I should actually put the barrier up, and then I realize I'm like, ah, I'm dead. I'm like, okay, cool. The worst part about this is I burned my blood. The blood being gone is actually by far the worst problem with that, of dying there. Because I'm already having to like make blood merlots off of the worker or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. Ideally I keep the worker, but I'm pretty sure I just sacrifice him to make a blood merlot later, because my dude's misery is just getting too high too fast. I mean, like, you see, even that does 10. It's like, God, misery's rough. Prison flooring helps a ton, but I don't have that yet, because this is way too early in a run to have that. Alright, so first attempt here to kill Ziva. Oh my god. Yeah, now that said, in a competitive server, as a solo player, you are never going to be first shard. Like, it's just not going to happen in a duo server. You have to be a duo. My best duo shard run ends around 4 hours and 30 minutes, and those are really fun. I do have a VOD or 2 of that laying around. I might do some commentary over, but I don't know. Let me know if you want to see the duo run type thing. I can break that out into a couple pieces as well. It's a pretty, I think it's pretty interesting the way we route and the way we do some different things. It's pretty fun. You skip a lot of stuff for each individual person in duos, which can be kind of annoying in the regard of like later where you're like, oh, I need to make X thing, right? But it's like you didn't actually kill that boss, so you can't make that thing. Like a Scourge Stone Necklace, for instance, right? Like only one of you is gonna kill Leandra, but so if you're trying to like have someone make stuff, then it just the person who actually killed Leandra has to do it. Nothing really too much to talk about here. We're re-killing Ziva. I'm being aggressive again because now I'm tilted, so now I feel like I have to be overly aggressive and not play like garbage. But I do kill the ads a little quicker this time. At least killing one before she drops is helpful. Drop the ult in half health. I had thought she had switched to the Gatling gun, but she went to Pyro, but then it immediately broke. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't really understand how her gun progression worked on this one. Just get behind the pillar, get the orbs. Don't make the same mistake. Actually run this time. Take a hit or two, but it's not a big deal. She'll do one more hit of that. Which I should have saved that for that, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Oh no, she doesn't do one more, right? Bang. Alright, that's how the Zeo fight should look with this gear.
Inconclusive.
Alright, grab my horse, get out of here. Head back home. Just hit up a wave gate because I didn't pick up anything that I can't teleport with, so. Make the fabricator. Need iron ingots and tech scrap for that, which I think I've gotten around 500 tech scrap passively just from like picking up all that shit during the meet and grease as well. If you don't, I don't really have a good strat for tech scrap farm. So actually, if you guys have one, please let me know in the comments. Like, I am a little uncertain on how to get tech scrap at a decent rate. For me, it's I pretty much just like break boxes around Ziva, or I'll like kill stuff, like kill mobs, just grind mobs out, like any of the techie-esque mobs. I feel like there are different like good places. Like I feel like I've heard of spots that exist, but I don't know. You can go to the Dominatrix town too. Like that town, the containers tend to give tech scrap. I think it is as well. Can't remember what that town's called, but it's in Gloomron. It's the chick who gives you teleporters. So I remove that, I remove the smithy. We don't need him anymore. We're done with him. So everything else we're gonna make is gonna be dark silver anyway. Time to make the fabricator, which is in refinement. Yep. So I just need my tech scrap. I have 300. Yeah. So I have actually too little to make the amount of radium ore or alloy that I need. I find out. Which is kind of humorous to me. So what I do is I make all the canisters and then I refund the fabricator to get my tech scrap back from it. Because, yeah, I don't need it anymore after that. Because again, this run, it takes some shortcuts, some prog things. But you'll see that later. Yeah, I'm doing the math right now. I'm like 45, 90, 100 and how much do I need? 130 something, 140, and I have like 120 change. I'm like, God darn. It's like, all right, we're just gonna refund this shit after it finishes making some canisters. So I only need 3 because I literally just need a blood merlot amulet, right? So obviously, and again, if you're trying to prog and go through a real server run, this shit's not worth it. Just go farm the 10 scrap, tech scrap. Takes like literally probably less time, but I don't know. My brain was fried and this was the decisions I've made, so we stuck with it. I thought it was kind of cheeky. Yeah, so I grab this stuff out. I say, sorry worker, the run is coming to an end. Oh, that's right. First I'm like, oh, I'll feed him, and I was like, wait, that's gonna take like 3 minutes for that. I'm pretty sure I come back later and just absolutely murder him. I don't know why, but when I'm filling up sludge canisters, I have this tendency to not be on my horse, but like you don't actually get knocked off your horse when you do it, so there's no reason to not. But that's why I like went out the door, just like left. Like you could just be on your horse, click, 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 and then just go straight back to the waypoint. So like horse is way faster. Yeah, see, I'm like, dude, this guy's still not dead. Or done? And I'm like, whatever, just kill him, give me the blood merlot I need for my amulet. Which, like, I could have just let it go and waited and made everything else first, but I was like, okay, time to refund this guy. Like, should I? It's like, yeah, we're gonna do it. It's like, okay, blood merlot, what the hell else do I need? I need some dark silver ingots. I'm like, I must have left them in the thing already, surely, right? Surely. And grab my buffs, grab all my healing, everything that I'm gonna need for killing Styx, because that's what's next. Split those out. That going. I mean, we're just waiting for the radium at this point. Like, okay, sanity check. I do have the silver, right? Yep, I do. We're good. And there we go. Get our blood merlot amulet. Take that guy off. Maybe. It's like, dude. For an actual server, if you have servants and stuff, it's always good to keep all of your things and not devour it. It's just instant gear for your servants, like when things degrade and whatnot. So it's like worth to just hold on to. Just free gear score for any servants for you to do like servant hunts with and stuff like that. Okay, blood merlot amulet done. We are 74, fully potted. 92 blood. I am shaking. I hate Styx. I hate the Styx fight. I like at 74 specifically. I love the Styx fight afterwards. I think it's fine. Just the DPS on the little shits is so abysmal. Pre like being on level. Like it's so much harder. Yep, that's the setup. I think I actually decided to go with Blood Rage, which... No, I don't. I stick with this. I want to kill that creature, or that lurker, but he just goes away. I'm like, okay. Well... and then of course one pops out. Like, you just can't make it up. I swear to God. This shit happens every single time it sticks. There's another one, another lurker. Like, dude. Dash through her bleed, like, or her spin, which is not ideal. Yeah, I'm already down half health now, which is just like, at this point, I should just reset. I absolutely should just be resetting. I'm like, oh, I could just heal through it, it'll be fine. I'm trying to go fast. Stupid decisions. Take 49, because I get greedy for an extra hit. I was gonna make pop a potion there, but I'm like, actually, it's super not worth it. Like, I'm already right at heal cap, essentially. Just sidestep these ones, or dash if you want to be extra safe. I know like, she's about to get to half health, so I really want to hit a big burst here before she goes into the, this is your execution or whatever. Yeah, so I hit a Q there, which is good. It's about as much burst as you can get, like, to push it under 50. Take some hits from that thing, but like at this point, I don't mind taking a couple hits. I really just need to get them dead, like, as soon as possible. I missed that Q, which is actually huge. This ulti is fine. Like, Styx itself is not hard. The things that are hard are the little minions, right? So if I can kill some minions, get them close to dead, life's good, right? My audio's kind of tripping right now. Hopefully this fixes itself in a second. What is happening? Alright, we'll turn this sound down a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with the audio, sorry about that. Hopefully it sorts itself out in the not so distant future. But anyway, we get the second spawn come in. I take just so much damage off the rip there. I can't do that. At this point I'm thinking about just leaving them and just like trying to hit Styx, but it's just not. It just doesn't work like that. And I want to skip over this audio part, but I'm gonna mute the actual this so we're not having to listen to that garbage. Yeah, so having 3 up here and having the execution phase, not ideal. We're trying to do our best. I also am on Chaos Dash still. I think that's debatable whether that's the right call. Yeah, I get hit really bad there. I think I just missed my dash input by like just a little bit. Yeah, and then we get clipped, so that's just it. Which, I mean, like, I was really tilted there because like that was super killable. I played poorly, and then this happens. I'm spawning in, and those dudes who killed me already at the thing. I'm like, don't, dude. And they're like, yep, we're gonna fight. And I was like, are you serious? I'm like, okay, leave me alone, please. I was like, alright, well, I don't know what to do here. It's so over. Like, I literally just died. Like if I fought either of you in a 1v1, I don't think it would be close, but he gets the hard strike off, and I fall over. Like, I'm a little tilted. Like, I have literally nothing. I'm frail. And it's like, yeah. Like, I just leave everything. It's like, okay. I don't know. It's rough. It is what it is, though. Playing as a solo in a duo server, I should be used to it. Void is rough to deal with. I don't really know a good answer other than like I just have to hold like my dash iframes for Void when I know I'm fighting against it. Cause like I can play around pretty much every other cooldown I feel like, but Void does a really good job of just like you don't have a counter to where you can go invulnerable on. You don't have like you just don't have anything, so it is what it is. Alright, let's see if the audio's fixed. Still doing that like crunchy thing. I have no idea. I'll leave it up for a little bit, and if it starts to bug me, I'll get rid of it again. Which I have a feeling it will, but gotta make another blood merlot. This is literally like I have no more grapes. I feel like this is kind of my last chance here to actually have a decent run. Like I'm gonna try as best I can here, right? But I don't know. I'm feeling stressed at this point. I'm like, okay, we really need to make this Styx kill work. Yeah, no, it's still doing the crinkly thing. I'm just gonna kill it, unfortunately. So we'll just chat about everything that's going on. Unlucky. Wonder if it's just because it was a long recording or something. I don't know. Some sort of corruption. Gross. Is it aliens flying overhead? Who knows, man? Who knows? Daily streamed whatever to your brain from the government interfering with my sound recording. Anyway, so this time I'm like, alright, let's try to clear out everything that's around Styx as much as possible. Like we'll just try to play extra safe. If I get any kind of low early on, I'll just reset, because I just can't waste the blood, right? The blood is the problem more than anything. It's like, please don't. I really don't want to fight anymore. I just want to kill Styx and go. I just want to go to bed, man. I just want to sleep. Which, I mean, this is something you deal with, right, in like a normal run, right? There's gonna be like duos who are out here trying to farm this stuff at the same time. So, it's just how it goes. Doing that's something I was thinking of doing, but the problem is with Styx's like little circle, she'll instantly kill all of your skeletons if you like do a barrier on those first ones. I'm already taking a shit ton of damage. I'm not planning on actually going for a kill here. I am just saying, nope, we're gonna reset, we're gonna heal a full, and then we'll come back. It's fine, all good. I should like Greatsword Q Slasher Z away there, like to reset faster. I got this wolf and a bear on me. I'm like, okay, we'll kill these things off. It's fine. Takes 2 seconds. No worries. I use my barrier and then I also E. Like I said, I'm kind of like already tilted. I'm frustrated. I'm playing poorly. I'm just, yeah, I'm tired. By this point, you can like very clearly see in my gameplay. But bear resets. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna start healing. Alright, we're killing these things off. I'm not taking any chances with it being around for the Styx fight. Try not to like overkill everything around because it takes 5 billion years to do that, but I also put Blood Dash back on. The passive healing is just so worth it, I feel like. It's very strong. Chaos Dash, you don't really need the double dash for the Styx fight, I don't think. Whereas the actual healing from the actual autos that you get, I actually do. I start this fight with 100 health missing, which is pretty stupid. There I knew I just wasn't going to get out in time, so I just did the barrier even though I just said it was like wasteful. Like I had come to that same conclusion then as well, but I just said, fuck it, whatever. Like, look at those 27s, just bang. Dick healing, it's so good. Yeah, I mean the damage is like, I have the damage for Styx, right? Styx damage is not the problem. I think I tried to get a heal off here. I missed my barrier. Nope. I don't even heal. If I should be healing there instead of just using orbs. And a spider joining me. See, I'm getting so much better damage here because I'm cleaving both of them together. Which again, I don't mind taking some health here as long as I kill these things fast. I can't take obviously too much. I completely missed my ult there, which is actually something I've done before too, where I just will like try to ult and just completely miss. I think I might even reset this one too. I can't remember if I make that decision. It would be a good decision, I think, to reset here. I'm just too low going into all the end phases of Styx. Heal off though. Sorry, I know I'm the one who did this run, and I should probably know what I did, but I just can't remember, to be honest with you. Like I said, it was late. Get the E off, finish off the last one. I'm like, okay, I can go nuts on Styx now. Like, Styx does not do real damage. I meant to switch to pistol and E that, but I unfortunately get another one of this phase first. Yeah, I think I reset here. Yeah, I do. I'm like, okay, we're just too low. I was really hoping to push, so like ideally you want to have one minion phase and then into the execution phase right afterwards. And what that does is it just makes it so you don't have to deal with the little shitheads during execution, and you can get so much damage done during it. I go bear form here for the extra regen like we talked about before. You can also use salves while you're in bear form, so you don't have to like, you don't have to hop out of bear form every time to salve. So it's like, it's not much, but since I only have salves in bear form for regen, like I have to use it right now. I'm also down to 18 minutes left on my ferocity, so I'm really feeling pressured right now to get this kill, because after the ferocity wears out, I don't have the same attack speed. It really is going to hinder my like greatsword damage for killing off the little shits, the minions or whatever. Another lurker shows up. Like, fantastic. My favorite. Yay. Whatever. Kill it off. Salve again. This time I'm not starting with 100 less HP than max. You're at cap, exactly. And we pull again. Get the E dodge backwards, do damage there too. Just do the shield. Get 2 skellies that get to hit it. Like, I mean, already this pull is just so much cleaner. I've not taken damage yet. As I say that, I get a heal off instantly because I see that she's dashing, so that actually just puts me right back to full pretty much because my cap hadn't been reduced yet, and I get a dash on this one as well. I don't get the dash auto actually, never mind. Take a 49 there and a 75, god. There's just a few times where I'm like really greeding for damage when I just don't need to be yet. Like right now, again, it's at that like sub 50% spot. I really want to try to get a Q in, but don't quite get to. Again, just really trying to focus prioritizing staying as high health as possible on these, because the more health I lose, the just worse it's gonna get. I get a huge Q there on that one. Hitting both of those like that is just, I mean, that's so much damage on these things. So I know Styx likes to dash instantly, but I send the ulti anyway. I'm like, okay, I've killed these things. I have full health. The orbs are still on the ground. Like, this is the freest kill of my life at this point. Which is, this is how a Styx kill is supposed to look like, right? Like, normally this is how things go. 74 really can just mess with my head. Pick up the orbs. Yep, that's fine. God, really? There's a lurker on this one? I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Just throw a Q out, get some damage down, get the chaos, dodge. Yep, just keep running backwards, let that pop, feed, bring it back towards the area where we were so we don't reset it. I've reset Styx by kiting it too far, like a few times before on these like attempts. So now it's the execution phase. This is where I really want to try to get damage in. Because the more damage we get in here and then in the end, it makes it just less time for her to do this, right? So now that instead of it only having like, you know, 25 to 30% and having these things out, it's like Styx is 10%. I can just try to like avoid these little things, do some damage. I don't need to kill these ones. These ones are fine to not kill. Like, obviously I'll do damage from where I can, just in case something goes crazy wrong. But at this point, it's just, okay, let's get the DPS down on Styx needed. And bang. We're in the clear. Let's test the audio out one more time, see if it's still doomed. Oh yeah, it's still super doomed. That sucks. That's sad that the rest of the run's gonna have no audio, but whatever. Alright, Styx down. It's actually right about to be daytime, which is perfect. Because then we get to go home, prep, and then get over to the Winged Horror for the kill. I get an actually insane pistol, legendary. I would use that pistol like any day of the week. That thing's cracked. The weekend, not exactly ideal, but you know what? It is a very, very tanky pistol, and I really like pistol when it comes to PvP. So having double fizz crit and max health and weaken, it's like, yeah, I'm just not dying, which would be great for like 1v2s. I see someone here again. I'm like, please don't. Please do not. I was like, dude, seriously. So they start voiding me. I'm like, okay, I'll go cave. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I should just run to the other waypoint, but I was kind of worried that they might actually just go take like that waypoint to the other waypoint. So this lurker is way too close to hitting me. That thing was scary as hell. Like, okay. I just need to get to a waypoint, get home. I see there's someone killing Clive. I'm like, damn, that's tempting to go fuck with him just to fuck with him. But I was thinking about it later, and I think it's probably that low-level person we saw when we were coming back from Silverlight Cave that one time that had PvP protection on. And honestly, if they're killing Clive and they're on level, they probably still have PvP protection on anyway, so there's no real point. head back home. I'm like so nervous right now because like I've actually killed Styx at 74. Like I haven't had a good run like this where it's like I'm actually smooth through to Styx. Um, so I just literally just started driving in the complete wrong direction, even though I marked it on the map. I am actually just so useless at driving around this area. My brain's just frazzled. It's like, holy shit, that was the cleanest Styx kill of my life. Very happy. In a duo, things like that are so much easier as well. You can just swap, like when you get low, one person just comes in, the other person just comes in. You have one person hover nearby, so it's not scaled to two, but then so she'll summon just 3 little minions, but then you have 2 people come in and kill the minions together, and then you'd like both get to do some DPS, drop your ults. Like, duo makes it so much easier. You can go without blood merlots in duos, like, and it's fairly reasonable. Only pull 2 of those. I know I'm gonna need another one of these because the fight takes longer than what I have buffs for. By the time like I get to start, it's right around a 10-minute fight. So I bring one more out. I don't have any more ferocities. I have no more copper coins. So we're just kind of stuck with what we got, which is fine. It's all good. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make some more rats so I can have more of those. And I see I have 12. I'm like, actually 12 salves is like plenty for this last fight. This last fight you really don't even need healing, but I like to, you know, do some dumb things. The winged horror fight with pistols is genuinely easier than Styx, in my opinion. Like it's not as hard. But the whole idea behind this kind of run is if you're on a solo and you're not in like the most competitive server where it's like there's duos who have really optimized their routes and stuff and pushing for shards, if you can get a winged horror shard at 74, you can then use that to then just kind of scale yourself to 83, right? Or 84. You just get to have that shard until raid day, or until the raid weekend, even if it's like a weekend long server. So the point is just like if you can rush it out and get it done first, you can use this shard to go and do everything else that you could possibly need to do. Get yourself to max level, get yourself the other kills, get your other shards if like you want to, if other people haven't taken them. Depending on your server, if they allow you to have multiple shards, whatever, same idea. But this one is like by far I think the easiest to kill under leveled, as there's nothing that we don't have an answer for. It's just damage, right? So levels and gear just makes the kill go faster. There's nothing that you like inherently need to unlock, or there's no like DPS check on the boss where it's like you have to kill it by X amount of time to be able to even be functional. I'm debating between Blood Rage and Chaos Volley here. I think I ended up sticking with Chaos Volley just because it is good damage and it has a lot longer range than Pistol, and there are times where you just can't reach with Pistol. That like having that like option to Chaos Volley, and especially since I'm brewed up and stuff too with Enchanted Brew, it's better to just have the Chaos Volley. Right, now we get into it. So this fight is pretty straightforward. I didn't even notice I took damage there. I had a little bit of a rough start here. Again, I'm nervous going into this, but we get a heal off insta. You just counter this. Whenever you counter this one, there are 2 options for what he can do. He can either immediately slice at you, or he can just back up and then start to walk back at you. So what I'll do with this, whenever I counter, I'll instantly just do damage, right? There's no need to like walk away. There's no need to do anything. Just pump whatever damage you have in it. You want a pistol Q, you want a cast volley, you want to just pistol auto, whatever you have, right? Just rip the damage. Normally he walks at you. I didn't realize he was going to charge, otherwise I would have saved that pistol Q, but it's fine. If you have a Reaper here, like a Dark Silver Reaper, it's really good for the E on the landing there, because you can drop it and you know he's just going to sit on top of it the entire time and maximize that DPS. It does save a good amount of time, but not enough to actually go farm another one out, in my opinion. It's not worth it. like for a rushing strat type thing. But if you're having trouble with this fight and you just want to do it, would recommend bringing a Reaper. I don't have an iframe there, just a little unfortunate, but it's all good. Heal up a little bit. You do get orbs from this fight too, so it's pretty chill. The first phase I think is by far the hardest before he flies. He just doesn't have the same like amount of options, because later he gets new attacks, and when that happens, he doesn't use them in a sequence that is ever worse than what P1 has. So if you can get through P1, you're probably going to be able to get through the fight. I just don't have a dash there. Really unfortunate. Lose it on the health for it. This one you could just blood right straight through. That's one of the new attacks in P2. Get a heal off while he's up. Everything else is pretty much the same. So if he does this little look around, it's a little slower. You can dodge through it into the center of him. He's going to do a full AoE swipe. If he does one swipe, he tends to do another one. You can always blood rate counter or just use an iframe, your dash, or your pistol E to get through it. Both work just fine. It's just a timing thing, so you will have to get used to the timing on it. Use it earlier than you'd think is really what I'd recommend on that one. Again, just blood right through that. It's going to put some fire on the ground. Fire literally does 1. I don't know why it does no damage, but it just doesn't. Try to use my ulti when I can. Unfortunately, I sometimes have to cancel it midway through, but it is what it is. These orbs, when they come out, they'll hit you for like, with this setup, they'll hit you for an 80, so try to avoid the orbs as he's dropping them. Like I said right there, so like he charged, and then I just ripped a pistol Q into him immediately, and he did the little spin thing, which is fine. Another one, just E crossed it. Pretty free. Another one, just blood right through. Dash through that one, just because I don't have counter anymore, because I blood right through the last one. Flame again. Just give it some space. Toss a Reaper if you have it and you want to use it, or just heal, whatever. There's a lot of stuff you can do during that time. When he drops orbs, he does a second flight. And after this, I think, is when he has the option to do one more new attack. It's like he does like a wing buffet, so he'll like just kind of flap his wings at you, and it pushes you back, and it doesn't let you kind of move left to right very well. Because of that, from here on out, you basically just want to be in the middle of the arena the entire time, or at least have good distance from him. So like right now where I'm at is in a pretty rough spot. I want to try to scoot around into the middle. The positioning matters quite a bit for the wing buffet attack, whether it's just like a completely useless attack and it does nothing to you, or it will absolutely just decimate you. So pre-planning where you're trying to go is pretty important. So like here I have a lot of space room, and this is the attack I'm talking about. So you just kind of walk back. It's just bullet helly. You just walk through it. There's nothing really crazy going on. However, if he traps you in a corner and you can't move like backwards, it can get really, really bad. So trying to make sure you have space is the key there. You can always just dash through that attack too. You don't have to blood right it. And just keep pumping him with damage. Get out of the frost zone. Yeah, I should have countered that orb there. I just thought I was out of the way already, but... So again here, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, if I had been caught all the way in that corner, it could have been really bad. But thankfully we had a lot of space to move backwards with. Do his dash. Again, it's a little earlier than you think, because that swing will come out, and it does not. It's not pleasant. Get a heal off. Get the dash heal. It's pretty much just repeat from here out. Got 3 minutes left on our ferocity, which is nice. We actually got the vast majority of this fight with our ferocity up. I think we lose it at the very end, but it's not too bad. Third flight. I think at this part, maybe he kind of like does a soft enrage thing. I can't really tell 100%. It feels like he can kind of use his abilities, like his options, a little bit faster, but it's not like crazy by any means. Like I don't really notice like a big change. If anything, it just kind of feels the same as like the last phase. He almost always will do this Arctic thing like immediately after a flight, so keep that in mind. Into this wing flappy guy. Yeah, it's like 89 damage, not ideal, but it's fine. And dash early. It's a lot earlier than you think it is for that timing to dash in through those things. I'm just popping heals because I'm scared. Like I just, you don't technically need to be healing this much, but the more you heal, the less your health cap goes down, and the more mistakes you can make. So nothing wrong with taking that extra time to heal. Like I said, there's no DPS check on this guy. Be careful when you're behind him. He gains new like abilities, like this one I had never seen before, where he does this like swing around and then also a tail swing. I don't know. It's just weird. I've never had seen it before. I think it's just like for when there's multiple people fighting him at the same time, he gains those abilities because of like where it's based. As long as you just stay right in front of him, the fight is pretty static. I'm kind of trolling here. I went late on that dash, losing some health. Thankfully, every time he goes up, you just have a chance to heal, so it's whatever. Again, not a clean kill, but I'm also like, I'm looking at the time. I'm pretty nervous. We have 16 seconds left on our ferocity brew. That's actually like so good. How much time we had for that? It was like perfect. Yeah, wow. Actually, I think we end it like, and then it drops. I didn't notice how tight the ferocity timing was. Yeah, 1 second, and now we lose it. Wow, that's crazy. That's perfect. And there you have it. That is the full prog solo on a PvP server. 2x, 2 winged horror kill in 5:45:10. So, got a legendary. It's kind of garbage. We head home. There's nothing really much more to say about the run. Hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know if you want me to do more of these runs, whether you want me to commentate over a duo run that I had done. I have a couple different options or ideas. So yeah, with that though, I'm going to end it. So thanks so much. Like if you enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe, send it around to friends, whatever, and I'll see you all in 1.1 or 1.0. It's exciting. Alright, catch ya.